Hi my beautiful stars, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Molly and I create reselling, beauty, lifestyle, and fashion videos here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and welcome to my little slice of pie here on the internet. I hope that you decide to join our family, the Lost fam, the beautiful star fam, by hitting that subscribe button and the post notification bell so that you don't miss any time I upload, which is every Wednesday and Sunday and sometimes on Fridays. Welcome, and I hope that you decide to stay, and also liking this video lets YouTube know that you like this kind of content and it will help my channel grow into a beautiful sunflower. So for today's video, I'm going to share with you some bolo brands, so be on the lookout for, and also brands that just sell pretty quickly on Poshmark. So this is going to be a little sub-series on my channel. I already have a few other reseller series on my channel, but I think this will be a fun one. I'm going to share some fast brands or some brands that sell fast on Poshmark, and I'll do the counterpart brands that typically don't do so well on Poshmark, and I'll also do some for Mercari, Vinted, and Curtsy and things like that. So wow, that was a big gust of wind. Shout out to Mother Nature. So I have my little list here, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so starting with number one, this is a pretty popular brand. It is Lululemon Athleta. So it's starting to go more by Lululemon. My mom gets it mixed up with LuLaRoe, which is a brand that typically doesn't do so well anymore. Vice did like a documentary on them and it was just not a great brand. Sometimes it still does sell, but Lululemon is what we're talking about. So I actually broke it down into 3 different items that typically sell a little bit better than their other items, and this will hopefully help you, and I'll throw pictures up of the items as well so you get kind of an idea of what to look for when you're shopping at the bins or at a normal thrift store. Their Swiftly Tech tees do amazing, and these come in t-shirts, tank tops, and long sleeve shirts, and it kind of has like their like a little horseshoe kind of looking logo stitched into it, and it's really cool. They're very lightweight shirts and people just love them, and they typically sell from you within a day of listing. So I've sold them for all different prices from $20 up to probably like $30. I think they retail for like $58 or something like that, so they're not extremely expensive, but they do retail, I mean, kind of up there, especially for a shirt. They always bring a lot of attention no matter the size. I've had them in I think a size 4 and 6 and maybe an 8, and they've all sold for a pretty decent amount of money, and they all sell really fast. And they also sell really good on Mercari too, but that will be a different video. The second item from Lululemon that typically does really well is their Wonder Unders, and typically the high-rise Wonder Unders. These do amazing, and they usually sell for me within a day, sometimes as fast as under an hour of listing it. And this also brings a lot of attention to my shop as well. And the third item is their sports bras. So some sports bras do better than others. I have a Perfect Pace sports bra in my closet right now, and it has like 6 or 7 likers on it, and I've just been sending out offers as I get them, or as I get likers. And also their Tata Tamer bras do fairly well, so just kind of be on the lookout for them, and if you come across one, they'll typically sell within a week. Now moving on to the second brand, it is Tieks. So oh my gosh, this is on my bolo list in my phone forever, and I found my first pair 2 weeks ago in my college town of all places, which is a very small town in Wisconsin. Man, you guys, these sell so quickly. I actually did not sell them on Poshmark. I sold them on Mercari for $126. That was my biggest sale ever that I've ever had. And so Tieks are a great thing to be on the lookout for. I feel like it's really rare to come across them, depending on where you live too, but honestly, like, if you find them in any condition, pick them up. I was very lucky. Mine were in pristine condition and they were a size 8, and they were in like the natural taupe color, but honestly they sell from anywhere like from $50 all the way up to $200, just depending on the color, the style. Some of them are more rare, so definitely be on the lookout for those, and mine sold within 3 days. And then they also, for Poshmark's sake, they got 11 likers within those 3 days. Number 3 is Patagonia. So I love Patagonia. Some stuff does better than others. So for instance, there are things that have like their logo stitched onto it. That tends to do a little bit better. So like there's cinchillas and like any pullovers, and I actually bought a dress from Plato's Closet for myself and I ended up not liking it, so I sold that, and I think I sold it for like $40 or something. And those kind of Henleys and things like that do really well. I actually even found at the bins a Patagonia vest, and it had the El Paso brand patched on on the back or stitched on the back, and it still sold for $25 within a day. So this is a brand to be on the lookout for, and I feel like it's not as hard to come across, but when you pick it up, definitely get it, and their flannels do really well too. The next brand is Rothy's. So I actually have not found these yet, but from the reseller community I've heard that these are amazing shoes and make a great and fast flip. So this also is kind of up in that price range with the Tieks. You can sell them for like $150. This isn't always, but typically people sell them for over $100 every time, and they are really cool, but the only thing is like they can be faked really easily. So I'm actually gonna link down below username. Her name is North Coast Style, and she has a lot of great tips about Rothy's and authenticating them. So if you have any questions, her Instagram is the best. Number 5 is Torrid. So Torrid is a hit or miss, I think, depending on the size that you pick up, the style that you pick up, but their jeans are a really great seller, and I've also done really well with their sweaters. The other stuff that I have in my closet right now are their tank tops, like their Sophies and their Georgettes, but those typically actually do better on Mercari, but they do still sell fast on Poshmark within a week or two, which is a pretty fast flip in my book. Their stuff sells for at least over $20. Number 6 is Athleta, and Athleta is pretty expensive. I used to work for Gap Inc. I worked for Old Navy, and Athleta was really expensive. It's up there with Lululemon and Alo Yoga and Prada and stuff. It's just pretty pricey. So if you can find it at the thrift store, I think it's an exciting win to pick up. And typically their joggers and their dresses do really well for me, and I've been able to sell my joggers for like $30 under 5 days. So that's a really fast flip, and I think that's something you should be on the lookout for. The next brand is Freebird by Steven. So I found my first pair at the bins of all places just a few weeks ago, and they're a little battered up, but they're still super cute, and they're still in my closet, but they have gained 11 likers or 12 likers in the last couple of weeks. Honestly, I've heard really good things about Freebird by Steven. So from my personal experience, they have a lot of attention, but they're not selling as quick. But honestly, I feel like if you get some, they're gonna bring some attention to your closet, which is good. But the next brand is Free People. So I feel like this is a brand that not everyone likes, and it doesn't flip as fast for everyone, but depending on the things that you get, they can go pretty quickly. So some things that I tend to see go quickly are their thermals. Their thermal long sleeves are really pretty, and I like them a lot. My shirt isn't a thermal by them, but it's a really fun top like this. A lot of really boho pieces, their jumpsuits and things like that tend to go pretty quickly. Their tunics and like shorter dresses and stuff go pretty quickly as well. The next brand is American Eagle. I thought I'd throw on a mall brand on here because this is a great mall brand to look out for, especially at the bins. You can get it typically pretty cheap. They're super soft, or like amazingly soft pullovers in larger sizes, like extra large to extra large, do really well, and they get a lot of likers. And then their jeggings do typically very well, anywhere from the size 8 to 12, and I have sold 2 pairs of burgundy colored ones, or like maroon, in 8s and a 10, and I sold them within a week each. So that is a brand to look out for. Their jeggings do really well, and any larger size items do really well. And the last brand is Burberry. So this is a luxury brand, and it can be hard to find, especially a real authentic item. So this one was also very lucky. It was 3 weeks ago. I was at the bins with my mom, and I found a scarf, and I was like, this looks like a Burberry plaid scarf. And it was Burberry. At first I was like, I don't know if this is real or not, but it felt like wool. I was like, this has to be real. And I looked at the tag, and then I looked at a bunch of other people's listings, and my tag matched their listings, and it was made in London. So I knew that it had to, or made in England, I think it said. So I was like, this has to be real. So I picked it up at the bins. I only had 2 small, really tiny holes, and then I think it was missing 2 pieces of fringe. I just noted all the flaws. I listed it the next day, and someone bought it for me in a bundle with some shoes, and I sold it for $60. So that is amazing. You can sell those kind of scarves in Burberry anywhere from like $50 all the way up into the 200s. Their scarves are really expensive, and I think if you even found like a jacket, that would do even better. Purses, shoes, whatever you find in Burberry, I think is worth the pickup, and is typically a fast flip. So hopefully you learned a new brand or something that can be more exciting to pick up and hopefully get a fast flip. Everyone's closets are different, and everyone's shops are different, but these are some brands that I've had good luck with, or I've heard other people have good luck with. So happy shopping, and I hope that you all stick around and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.